Barakat, and this is a video session of an experiment made to analyze the effect of hydrogen peroxide in seed germination. As you can see here, I have 8 samples. The first 4 conducted as a first experiment and the second 4 conducted as my second experiment. You can understand that initially the first experiment was like this one, the second one. So the objective of my experiment was to find out the effect of hydrogen peroxide in seed germination. And at first I started my experiment with 4 petri dishes filled with equal amount of soil, and I used a mustard seed, which is typical in our country, 20 in each, and I planted 20 in each, and I gave all the petri with the respective components they need. For instance, here in the control group, I haven't given any hydrogen peroxide, and here in sample A, I only gave 1 ml of hydrogen peroxide, and here in sample B, I gave 5 ml of hydrogen peroxide, and here in sample C, I gave 10 ml of hydrogen peroxide. And then the experiment was conducted for 10 full days, and the result was very much inspiring. What I found out is that in the control group, the rate of germination was very much slower than the rest experimental groups. For instance, if you see sample A, it has a better germination rate, which is the amount of seedlings that have appeared were greater in numbers than the control group. And here in sample B, the amount of seedlings that appeared was greater than A in the control group. And here in sample C, I observed the greatest number of seedlings appearing in the experiment. So I concluded that hydrogen peroxide is very much useful in seed germination. It can stimulate the germination rate at an alarming rate. So we can understand that, we can deduce that this kind of experiment is useful for future purposes which are bigger. Of course, it's possible to avoid a problem called germination inhibition, which happens in some areas that have a lot of stress, such as high temperature and excess salinity. So we can avoid this kind of problem and ensure maximum growth of plants in a surrounding. So this is all about my experiment. Thank you very much.